Good evening. Welcome to the latest episode of the Gym Bros podcast with myself, Josh, and Bryn. How you doing, guys?
Good.
I'm good. I'm very good. How are you, Josh?
Fantastic.
He's having a whale of a time.
God.
Whale of a time.
It's too much fun. Too much fun.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Good, good. So we thought we'd do an episode. So we're coming up to kind of the close of season 1 of the Gym Bros podcast. We've kind of gone through a few changes over the last 8-9 months on the podcast.
Yeah.
Rebrand.
So we thought we'd have a little bit look back at some of our favourite moments or highlights, some of the episodes or things we talk about or spoken about that we found funny or amusing or that kind of thing. And we're going to talk about what we've got planned for the podcast for 2025. Some of the other projects that were... 2024, sorry. That's because I've got GTA in my head. I'm wishing
Not yet.
life away.
Not yet.
What we've got planned for 2024... some of the content that we're going to be uploading, some of the other little projects we're working on to keep you guys all engaged. So, who wants to start with any of the highlights of 2023?
What's your highlight, Bryn?
Mr. Black and White.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Got branded, didn't you, this year?
Yeah, we got branded.
Branded.
Good with that. And
You got your new online persona.
got me online persona, Mr. Black and White. Don't fuck with me. Really, the main thing that sticks out in my head is my beef with Karen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Your Europe trip.
My Europe trip
Yeah.
to hide from Karen. The tactical backpacks
Tactical
that we've
backpack.
inspired that have now turned into tactical duffel bags.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Because, gym bros like to go to war, as they do,
We
with
do.
themselves, obviously not the Taliban.
I thought it was... It's one of my highlights of the year. Not the upsetting the Karen bit, because we're not out to do the podcast to upset.
No, of course
people. I think it was I would say the majority of people took it and saw it for what it was, a bit of humour. And I thought it was brilliant when we had some of the people that come to the gym were even going to the extent of smuggling their tactical backpacks inside other bags and tagging us in it. And they saw it for what it was. It was a bit of fun. It was a bit of ribbing. And it was great. And it, went on for a couple of weeks and this, that and the other. The person that got offended of it, it wasn't a personal dig or anything like that. We weren't out to offend you.
Yeah.
We were just making a bit of a joke out of something which we thought was funny.
Yeah.
But I think it was the reaction. I mean, I think, again, it's another thing. It shows how powerful social media can be. So we're just messing around doing a bit of a podcast talking about things that we find amusing or annoying or whatever. And we can have such an impact on some people's lives that, sometimes we do need to have a little bit of reality check and make sure that we're, what we're doing is putting out positivity and humour out there. We're not out there to
Still
annoy
our
people.
it's our most viewed video on TikTok still.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did really well on
It's
TikTok.
good. Really good.
It was funny. It was funny. Like I say, it was nice that most people saw it for what it was.
Yeah.
It's a shame that a few people got upset.
Yeah.
I mean, I've even had we've had it, people sneaking in. I've got friends that still bring them in now, and
It is
still
fun.
I haven't seen any,
What?
I haven't seen any in it, yeah. Not yet, anyway.
Have you not?
No.
That's because you never come to the gym, though, mate.
He's here at 5 times a week now at night.
Here?
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You sneaking in?
Can you not see how
Yeah.
fucking hench he's looking
sneak
now?
in.
Look at him.
Must have me big.
He's even wearing a tracksuit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is my training tracksuit.
Is that your sweats?
Slim in. Yeah, no, I'm back in.
No, that was a good bit. Most annoying things in the gym that highlighted for me. That was
good.
pretty funny.
That was good. Tripods.
Tripods.
Tripods was a big one. Tripods was a
Yeah.
big one.
Tripods was a big one.
Someone said to me the other day, they were on about filming in the gym. They went, "Oh, we're not allowed tripods, are we?" I was like, "No, I think we're just having a bit of a banter, just a bit about it." So people do listen.
I think it's amazing though when people do come up to you, because obviously your engagement online and your engagement in person. So a lot of people like to speak to you in person, don't they? And tell you
Yeah.
what they viewed and stuff like that. And the amount of positive comments I've had for, what you were saying was funny, it was hilarious and stuff like that. It actually makes you think you are doing something right,
Yeah.
Obviously views and subs and all that crap, it comes with time, but, for random people that you necessarily don't always talk to in life, for them to just randomly come up to you and go, oh, you're that, you know what I mean?
They're making a connection with you. You've had it. So I
go on.
get it because I'm the owner of the gym. So that's where I tend to see people. So they'll speak to me anyway. But you had
I
it.
had it in Tesco.
Yeah.
I was in Tesco in my local area the other day, and obviously I know the guy Jack. If you're watching, because I know you do. He came up to me and went, "Oh, I love the podcast." He said, "I've been pissing myself at it, been watching it," and I was like, "That's fucking sick."
But you had it in the gym as well, haven't you?
Yeah,
I've come
I
to you
think
and
the
said
guy
to
knows
you.
I'm not sure of his name, so apologies. But he's little guy. And he went, "Are you off the podcast?" And I was like, "Obviously."
He was dead made up. He messaged me about
Yeah,
it.
it was just
Someone
nice.
recognised you off the
It was just
podcast.
nice that people take an interest and stuff.
Yeah.
Not many people do watch it, but I think as well, because someone said it, that guy that came up to me is like, what we post, what all three of us post around before it actually gets posted is just like a snippet. It's just a clip. It's just like clickbait or whatever it is. The full videos are on like YouTube. You can listen on Spotify. You know what I mean? Don't just think we just do like 1 minute. We're not sat here for a minute. So we're sat here for like an hour or something. Do you know what I mean? There is full length videos that you can go and watch.
Yeah,
and
if you go
immerse yourself in.
onto the YouTube channel, there's all the episodes and there's the shorts on there as well.
So yeah, we have got full episodes out there as well. We've had a good year.
Yeah.
We had a rebrand. We started off with Alpha Elite.
Yeah.
And then we went to Gym Bros. New branding.
Yeah, I think we just come into our own, didn't we? We
Yeah, I
realised what we were.
I mean, like I'm new to this. You're new to this. It's not anything we've ever done before. So there's a learning curve, and you're not going to come straight out and be perfect. You're learning and you're finding your feet, and I think we've all kind of come into our own.
Tate's got his own little brand now.
Exactly, yeah.
There's your Tate.
And I think, like, obviously we're going to talk about it in a little bit. What we've got planned moving forward is going to kind of take it to that next level as well. So it's an ongoing project. I know I do, and we've spoken about it numerous times. We enjoy doing it, and I feel like we get a lot out of it. And it's nice to know that people are watching and taking on board what we're saying, and they're seeing it for the right way now. They're realising we're not like having a dig at people. It's just a little bit of humour and talk about things that annoy us, and giving some of these. I've had people come to me and they've said like about the road rage thing, and they've said like, oh, I feel exactly the same. That's how I feel. I've got no one to vent. My missus is sick of hearing me going, and I was like, let's say I'm not the only one that feels that way. So it's just little things like that I find interesting, find funny.
My driving, me talking about Junction 16 roundabouts, caking.
Drawing the white lines on the
Throwing it, man. Still angers me to this day. Still pissed off.
What about yourself? What's kind of in your favourite?
Oh, just the other day, Bryn doing his introduction 19 times.
Oh.
Just like, I know that wasn't part of what we were going to talk about, but that was hilarious.
Yeah.
I
We
can't
have
watch.
some funny moments. We have some some moments where the cameras aren't rolling. We have some hilarious moments in here.
Yeah.
And obviously, like, sometimes it's 20-minute, 40-minute clip, but we've been here for like 2 hours and we're just pissing ourselves. So like, most of it is good. It's good. But yourself?
I think I obviously like the tactical backpack. It was funny and it created a bit of controversy. I thought the tripod stuff was funny, and that was something that was doing the rounds. That was give our little take on it. I actually quite enjoyed doing the stuff we were doing at the beginning, where we were talking more about like the helping and giving advice to people, and we got quite a lot of feedback and comments from that kind of content. So maybe that's something we should look to incorporate, because we have discussed about changing the kind of format and shortening them down and having them into little segments. So maybe that's something. But I enjoyed doing that. That kind of, for me, that gives me a bit of sense of worth from doing it, talking about like personal experience, and if you can help someone else to overcome a problem, that like when we talk about the breakup and things like that one generated a lot of comments and a lot of interactions, because it's something that everyone's going to go through. And I think guys won't really sit around and talk about that. You won't go down the pub, or you won't go around to you hang out with your friends and talk about how sad you are because you're broken up, but every single person is going to go through it. So I think a lot of people took something from that and made them not feel so alone or whatever, and felt like, oh, actually, the way I'm feeling is actually quite normal, because you've got these three guys there who are all totally different. They've all got their own individual personalities, and they've all gone through the same kind of things at some point in their life. So I quite like that kind of content.
So we had 3 guests on.
We've had some
The
guests on,
GMC.
yeah.
We had Vicky, we had Joe on.
Georgia, Vicky and Joe, yeah, that was good. And that's something I want to
We're going to keep...
continue doing, bring some other guests on.
But you look at them and, all right, you could probably say they're all in sort of the same world in terms of, but they all offer something completely different.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Vicky's like multiple fucking degrees and all this sort of stuff. I've not even got the time to list how many qualifications she's got. Do you know, I just haven't got time, but I can't remember half of them. That's how many she's got. Do you know what I mean? But like, she's coming in, she's sort of giving more of an expert, you know, sort of stuff that you probably never even heard of. She's giving that. And then you've got Joe that more, you know, he knows pretty much everything that you can know.
To do with bodybuilding
probably,
and stuff.
Probably not to, you know, the little inky bits that Vicky would know. He'd probably be like, what's that? But, you know, in terms of guiding you towards stage, you know, there's probably not many better that can dumb it down to his level and still offer such a great service. Not trying to promote you or anything, Joe.
There are some
and then
business
you've
cards in the
and then you've got
Georgia.
by the way, his Insta's Joe Pearce. And then you've got Georgia that obviously she sort of gives you an aspect of training that would sort of go to people that are more, I'd say, more wired to maybe not necessarily wanting to come to the gym as much.
Yeah.
More of a lifestyle sort of fitness
So
coach.
I really like what Georgia does. I like the
I
fact
think
that
it's
she
great.
takes these people and she picks what, like she does a lot of work out of this gym and she picks what these people look at gyms, old school gyms, as a very intimidating place. And if anyone that's ever stepped through the door, you would not actually know it's not. But these ladies that she works with don't have experience of being in a gym or a gym culture. So to them, this place is terrifying. So she brings them people into this environment, which is probably, it's that sensory overload. What's your worst fear as a gym owner? Oh my God, going into a bodybuilding, brilliant. I'm going to take you into a brilliant bodybuilding gym. What? And then they come through the door and they go, well, it's actually a really nice place. It's really cool. Everyone's really friendly.
So people expect to like growl at you or something.
Yeah.
I literally, so I was in the other day and had a quick hello and stuff like that. But, you know, she had, must have been about 20, 25
did, yeah,
women here. And I was just like, to look at any one of them, you know, the way they were talking, the way they were moving around, the way they were, you know, flexing or whatever else that they were doing, you know, it was one of them that you look at and you think, none of you here have got any problem with confidence. You know, they're probably all absolute wrecks being in a gym, you know, for the way that she talks about when she takes on people, the way that they are mentally. But to look at, do you know what I mean? You wouldn't think, looking at them, that any of them had any sort of body confidence, body shaming, all that sort of stuff. You know, they were all there, they were all engaging with each other, they all felt like, you know, it looked like they were all part of something. You know what I mean? I got a bit jealous, to be honest. I was thinking, why can't I chill with you guys? Well, I've just got to go in there, smash myself with any shit. I mean, I could come upstairs and have a little talk and write some stuff on a pad and my next goals and eat the sandwiches that you're offering. You still haven't offered me. Do you know what I mean? Stuff like that. And I'm just like, I think what she has created is sort of a little niche thing. Do you know what I mean? And I do look at it and I think, you know, for somebody maybe that's serious about training, that's not necessarily what she's trying to offer. But in terms of sort of like a lifestyle, I'm going to change your lifestyle. I'm going to add things to your life that potentially are missing right now. Yeah. I'm going to give you that confidence. I think she's got it bang on right now, to be honest.
Good.
So well done, Georgia.
She's doing good.
By the way, all the people we'll mention will get Tate to put their Instas up and stuff like that. Yeah. You want to contact them. But yeah, did well. Got a couple of more coaches in the gym, haven't we, that are doing well? You keep going on about Morgan guy.
Yeah, so we've got Morgan Rushton, who's kind of quite popular on YouTube channels. Yeah, I don't mind a brain fart then. So he's actually a guy that's been, he likes to change around his gyms and stuff, and he's been moving around, and he's actually a young guy that I followed like right from the beginning, and I find his content quite interesting. And I do genuinely watch his videos and have taken an interest in. And he did something which I really like. So he actually put himself through a show. He hired a coach and put himself through a show, and we've spoke about this. And he documented it all, and he went through all the hardship, all the ups and downs and stuff. And I thought that was really good. And he's filming quite a lot of his content here now. He had a photo shoot here with some of his clients and stuff with Carl Morris, a photographer that works out of here quite a lot. Really, really good. And then I've seen now that we've got more and more like content creators using the gym. We've just recently done like a massive upgrade. We've installed a load of new kit in the gym. We've put loads of new lighting in. So everyone's content is looking absolutely bang on at the moment. Really, really good. And it's exciting to see. It's exciting to see that the gym, how it's evolved over like the last 6.5 years, to now become, we recently got voted, included in the votes for like one of the top 6 gyms in the UK, which was an amazing achievement. And especially when you're up there with places like Ultraflex Rotherham, that kind of thing. That's the kind of, for me as the business owner, to be seen in the same light as those kind of gyms now is a great credit to what we've built here as a gym community. So I still think of us as this little gym in Chesterton, but it's actually because we've become so popular on social media and we've built it up and we've reinvested and we created this really good environment. We're now seen as one of the best gyms in the country. Blows my mind, absolutely blows my mind. And it's the people that have come here and believed in what my vision of what I want a gym to be like that have put us there. Because we don't pay people to come here. We don't, we don't pay people to come and hold seminars or anything like that. Our growth has been totally organic. Every single penny that the gym has made has been reinvested back into the gym. So when we get people traveling from all over, like we had Vicky hosted a powerlifting comp at the weekend. We had people come from Brighton. We had a guy fly in from Ireland, all to come and compete in this powerlifting comp. And every single one that came over was absolutely blown away by the gym. Absolutely blown away. They were like, "There's nothing like this."
I seen on the old school story as well the other day. Not sure it's male or female, but it was something like you shared it, and it was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna travel up to see my coach or whatever." I think on the map it was Scotland or something.
She was going up to Dundee.
Old school. And I was just like, hang on, you live in Birmingham.
She's come from Coventry. But that all came from the little competition that was run online. So they had a federation, NFM UK. They ran a little online competition and they said, vote for your best gym. And they opened it out to everybody. So anyone had the opportunity to vote for their gym. And then they took all the votes and narrowed it down to the top 6. And we made it into the top 6 along places like Ultraflex, Apollo Gym Coventry, Fitness Factory Leicester, Destination Gym, which is obviously Stoke. These are some of the top 6 gyms in the country, voted for by the people that go to these gyms. And then this lady had seen us being nominated, and then they do what anyone does. "Oh, I've never heard of that place. I'll have a look at it." Gone on the Instagram and went, "That place looks sick." And then she messaged and said, "Oh, I'm going up to see my coach at the weekend."
Going to Dundee?
Strove all the way to Dundee. So from Coventry to Stoke and Stoke to Dundee. Then they came and had a day pass and absolutely loved it, bought some merch. And hopefully her and her friend that came are going to come back. But again, we've introduced these loyalty cards and stuff now. So, there's a reason for them to come back. But that little competition generated so much fresh interest in the gym again that these people are seeing the gym, looking at it on Instagram, seeing what the place is all about and thinking, I want to go there. I want to go and check it out. And like I've always said, we're quite spoiled in Stoke and Newcastle for good quality gyms. We've got some of the best gyms in the country on our doorstep. But then when you look at the wider field, you look at most towns or most cities only have like 1 or 2 really good bodybuilding gyms. They don't have like 3 or 4 like we have in Stoke, as well as all your circuit training places and your boutique fitness places and stuff.
Yeah, there's loads.
So these people they're training at good gyms and they appreciate what goes into a good gym and then prepared to travel and come out. So yeah, it was a good little competition. It was from a business point of view, that was a real high. It was a real very positive and it was nice. There was a bit of friendly competition going on, and a bit of banter, and it was all nice.
I think as well what I saw as well from sort of an outside view, I seen a lot of gyms that potentially would never have spoke to each other because the distance is so drastic, and it was nothing but nicety. You know, they were sort of like respecting us, we were respecting them, and you know, this is a class gym. It's been class since the start and stuff like that. And it was just really good to see that these top gyms, there's no bad blood there. There's no rivalry there. It's, mate, you're killing it in your city. Yeah. Well done. Or you're killing it over
It's
there.
that professional courtesy.
Yeah, it's amazing to see. And like I say, one of the gym owners are offering great services to a wider population.
One of the things that was really prevalent to me as well, and you probably noticed it because you've been around like bodybuilding gyms a long time like myself. Maybe not yourself, because your strongman gyms tend to be around for a long time. And
I've only done strongman for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
I've always sort of like, obviously before this place was what it was, I trained at strength on days that I wasn't away with the army. Then obviously north I was training at a little hole in wall gym, Preventus, and then obviously I've come back here, got introduced, and then obviously I've been here ever since.
Yeah. But what I noticed was that like gyms that were kind of at the top of their game like 2, 3, 4 years ago, not even mentioned anymore.
Yeah.
They've been left behind now by these newer gyms, like old school gyms like Destination Gym, like Ultraflexes, Dedicated. These gyms, EP Jungling, Stockport, these gyms have come along and they've put their own branding, their own stamp on bodybuilding and gone, this is our gym. This is the best gym that we can possibly make because of X, Y, and Z. And they've run with it, and they're all so successful now.
Yeah.
And the gyms that were popular like 3, 4, 5 years ago, not even in the running anymore.
Yeah.
I think people are wanting so much more from a gym that they want more than just good equipment.
Yeah.
It's got to be a good environment. It's got to look cool. It's got to have good lighting. It's got to be heated. It's got to be air conditioned. It's got to have nice changing rooms. You've got to have the whole package now to be succeeding in the industry because it is so competitive. There are that many.
I think the culture's changed, hasn't it, massively. But as well, I think what a lot of these gym owners understand is, okay, we're a bodybuilding gym. Like, this is obviously offers a lot more than most gyms do. It's, you know, strongman for one, it's dedicated strongman room. But I think what a lot of these gym owners understand now is bodybuilders ain't going to pay your bills, mate.
No.
You've got to entice people in. You've got to have your gym to a point where you're enticing people in and going, bodybuilders train here, but they ain't scary. You know, all the equipment might be bodybuilding kit, but a normal person can use it.
Yeah.
What, you've never used this before in your life. You're not building a rocket, mate.
Yeah.
You just move it back to front, and that's the way it works. And then you're enticing these people in that potentially, you know, wouldn't have come to a bodybuilding gym 10 years ago, and now coming in and going, yeah, it's a friendly place.
I was having a chat with a fellow gym owner that I know based in a different area. We were basically saying that, like, the gym now, it used to be a place where people would go to keep fit. Now it's people's hobbies. Now it's people's careers. So they invest a lot of time. Like, going to the gym for a lot of people is their hobby. So they invest their own money and their own time in it. So they want to be in a place which is good to train, exciting to train, has good equipment. They might not be getting ready to step on stage, but they still want to train with the best equipment. They still want to train in an environment that's warm and air conditioned in the summer, and you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
but it's their hobby. Yeah, it's like your hobby is flying. Expensive hobby. So you go and buy good stuff. You don't just buy the cheapest stuff you can because you'd spend, and you probably
might die.
crash.
Might die. Yeah.
Exactly. But this is like the evolution of gyms now. It has become like such a big part of people's lives and society that you need to be looking at what you can do as a business, because you're not just a gym anymore, it's a business. The most successful gyms are run like businesses now. What you can do as a business to continue growing and staying at the forefront of the industry, really.
Yeah, definitely.
Any of these gyms that are not looking at it that way, or are taking a foot off the gas thinking, oh, well, you know, I've been around for 10 years, I'm always going to be around. You're probably not. Because there's other people out there that are so hungry to make a good gym, or that want to be seen as one of the best in the country now, that you'll just vanish. You'll just vanish.
Yeah.
It's quick doing it now. People just want the quality.
Yeah.
They expect it now.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
The more clued up on equipment, the more clued up on training and what they want and what feels good and atmospheres and vibes and lighting and all this.
Music
so,
and
so if you haven't got it, then people won't come back.
Yeah.
People had a couple of mates come on the weekend and they come here and they just love the atmosphere, love the vibe. So I think the gym's got to have that. It's got to have some sort of almost aura about it. Do you know what I mean? It can't just be dead.
Even if like people become very, very loyal to facilities, and that's brilliant. But you should be able to go and train at other gyms, and we've said it numerous times. Because at some point, you're going to stagnate in an environment.
Mm-hmm.
Even if they like, we're constantly reinvesting into new lighting, new kit, this, that, and the other. But I've trained here for 6.5 years, and there's
so many times you could walk through the same.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then we had all the new kit, all the prime stuff arrived, and we got rid of some old stuff, and we put some new lighting in, and I felt excited to train in my own gym again.
Same, yeah.
You know, I wasn't going through the same movement. I was excited to incorporate all these new things in, and hopefully, like, customers feel the same as well. And that's why, as long as they're getting that experience, they feel that their money is being well spent on their facility to make it welcome for them, then they will keep coming back. Yeah, you might want to go and train somewhere else for a couple of months. Brilliant. That's absolutely fine. Go and train somewhere else for a little bit. Change up your environment, change up your training, change up the atmosphere. You should be able to do that, especially if it's your hobby. It's like we said before, if you're a fisherman, you don't just fish in one pool, do you? You're going to travel around the country and fish at different ones. So why should the gym be any different?
I think it's good. I think it's good to travel. Anybody that travels around, they all like it's something different and it's something new. You're like, oh, what's this? And your session is usually pretty good at somewhere else. Not because the equipment's necessarily better, because you're going with a different atmosphere. You're going with a different energy.
Yeah.
Like, whereas
It's new, it's fresh.
yeah,
Everyone likes fresh.
people are excited. I think that's when people are. Your mindset matters, especially when you're training.
Speaking of travelling, though, moving on to sort of next year. That's sort of
Oh,
the,
nice transition. I like that.
Yeah, that's sort of the Mr. Black and White.
That
That's what we're going to have.
B-Tech in podcasting is doing well for him.
Look at it, doing all right, isn't he?
I only have one person to thank, and that's Mijor Tate. Thank you, Mijor Tate.
So what we're moving on to next year. So yeah, so we've done. So we're carrying on with the podcast because it's something I personally enjoy. You do. We really enjoy doing it. It's fun. It kind of breaks up my week. It gives us a bit of an outlet to vent and talk about stuff that annoys us and stuff that we find funny.
Bell ends.
So in terms of plans going forward, so we're going to have a new location. So I've decided to build us a nice
Secret location.
Secret
Undisclosed.
Secret location.
secret undisclosed hideout.
Tate's Cave.
Yeah.
Tate's back garden.
Whoa.
So
Tate's shed.
Tate's shed.
Like that. All of us just like, yeah, this is
So yeah, so I'm going to build us a nice new podcasting environment.
He was hammering as well, by the way.
Yeah,
I'll say that he's hammering.
So that's in the pipeline. Hopefully we're going to get that boxed off in December. So we can start the new year in a new environment, hopefully.
Ooh, we can have presents as well.
Well, I'm away, so...
We can have presents as well.
Yeah, we can have presents.
And Christmas dinner.
In terms of the podcast, so we've been discussing about a few things we want to do, and we're going to get together after Christmas and talk how we want to move it forward. So I think the general idea is that we are going to each individually start building up our own kind of social media content, which will tie in with like the podcast, so you guys will get to know a little bit more about us as individuals, as well as the three knobheads that talk shit on the podcast.
Where's that?
Me and you, we've discussed about going and traveling around a little bit and going to doing something we like and tying it in and going visiting some other gyms and recording some content.
Yeah, I'll join when I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, but mine will be mainly strongman and.
Well, I'm not a strong man, so.
Tate will
Well, we
come
know this. We know you're not a strong man. You're becoming a strong.
I'm becoming a stronger
man.
man.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun. Something I'm really looking forward to.
I just want to push it. We just had a chat with the other day and said we feel that we enjoy doing it, and obviously to make a podcast great. Like we've looked at all the other podcasts that are currently popular and what they doing that we're not, whatever. And I think it comes down to like planning and outside of things. We said each individually going to push our own social medias.
We've been kind of winging it, haven't we?
Yeah,
getting together like just like half an hour before the podcast, really. And
what we're going to do, but
what we're going to talk about. We're going to get more organised.
Yeah.
We're going to attack it.
More organised, more planned,
more
prepared,
guests.
More guests. Yeah, we're going to have guests
more
on.
Travelling.
More travelling around and just
more outtakes.
More outtakes.
More ginger. More of the ginger cunt.
How dare you?
It's said with love.
How dare you?
It's said with love. It's said with love. You can't get offended if it's the truth. It's said with love.
What do you think about that, Tate? Do you find that as bullying?
No one can bully you, can they, Bryn?
See?
It's like a chihuahua nipping it.
Chihuahua.
Don't put that on. Please don't put that on.
But yeah, we just want to like elevate what we're doing now. Like we all enjoy doing it, and obviously there's time, money, and effort spent on it. So we may as well come up with a do you know what I mean? A progression, an angle of forward movement where we hopefully does well. Like
Dipped a toe in the water. We've tried it. We enjoy it. We're getting the views and we're getting the following, and like you say, it's nice when you're out and about and people recognise you and so I watch the podcast. I like that. It's funny, that kind of thing. The outtakes are good. I like them. They're something we really want to keep.
I think we're going to try and do some compilations of the outtakes.
Yeah, because we like when we record the podcast, like we get everything set up. And then we get ready, like you guys don't obviously see all this, but we get ready, and then he'll start fucking giggling, and then he starts having a temper tantrum, and this is how these outtakes.
I do not.
See?
I do not. Why are you laughing? I don't do that.
And then these outtakes are created, and this can go on for like longer than the podcast.
Yeah,
sometimes.
it does.
Like when we were doing the one the other week, and he's just like, "Oh fucking hell, don't get these two started." It's like naughty schoolboys. But they're funny.
Love you, Bryn.
Don't lie to me.
So we're going to have. There's going to be 2 episodes. So we've got today's episode, which is kind of like a little bit of a fun looking back and planning what we're going to do. We're going to get another episode done where Tate's going to edit together a load of our little highlights and our outtakes and this and that. We'll put that one out before the end of the year, and then we're going to get our heads together. Think about what we're going to do moving forward, make some plans, get some gets on, get the new studio done, get out there to different gyms and stuff, have some fun, record some content. I'm going to Dubai over Christmas just to rub it in. So I'm going to go and visit a few gyms over there and record some content as well.
You're going to Dubai?
Yeah.
I'm going to Iceland.
What, the store?
Yeah, why not?
Mum's gone to Iceland.
Turkey dinosaurs.
Do what?
Turkey dinosaurs.
He just don't know, does he? Don't know about them Twizzlers.
He doesn't know anything about them.
Made after this time.
So, so that's what I think we'll do going forward.
Be good.
It's going to be planned.
Be a good year.
Very good, but a big one, really, we have to look at is me and you are going to be back competing. So obviously my rehab's pretty much done. Yeah. And then Fat Boy here, you've got to compete.
Fat Boy!
You've already put the thing down. Well, you are fat compared to what you will be on stage, won't you?
Well, yeah.
Fat with a PH.
You'll be a specimen on stage, won't you?
I will be, hopefully, yeah.
So obviously me and you will be back competing, so there'll be a lot of...
I think Paul's going to be doing something as well.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
He's thinking about it.
Thinking about it. I'm not sure.
We're going to do a little, like...
We're confirming what we're doing.
Spider-Man, Superman photo shoot. That's what we said.
Oh, yeah, you've got a little Spider-Man.
Oh, no,
a little one.
Oh, ripped it?
Yeah, it's split.
I don't want to know where you...
The booty hole.
The booty hole.
Well, I have decided to treat, because I'm going to go to another Comic-Con this year.
We're going to go to the Comic-Con.
Yeah, you're going to come with us. Sorry, next year, sorry.
Right, yeah.
And I found this amazing Captain America costume. It's really expensive.
You're a bit short for Captain America, mate.
No, I'm not.
He's a bit like...
It's not.
He's a bit of a...
I just do what he does and get juiced up.
It doesn't make you taller.
It does.
No, it really doesn't.
It did for him.
That was the...
He was sort of already tall.
Yeah, that was the miracle elixir of
Yeah, that's what going to happen.
Tread or whatever it was.
Just give Tony Stark a call. Give him that little tube.
Yeah, right, Stark Industries. Bosh.
God.
So yeah, I want to do. I was talking to Carl the other day, and I want to do another photo shoot, but I want to do my prep for the photo shoot using old school bodybuilding methods. That's what I want to do.
Fish,
And a
rice cake.
As in training as well.
Yeah.
Like not use go back to the Arnold, the golden era of bodybuilding.
Do you know what they used to do? So they used to like diet properly. I remember I saw a seminar with Tony Platts, and he was like, "Yeah, we just used to half the time used to just fucking they live like California stuff, didn't they?
Yeah.
Train like golds and stuff, and they just go on the beach and they go in the sea and then they go in the sun. See, and it would like tighten them up because of the salt and stuff. That's what they kind of like. What was their sort of diet, so to speak? Obviously, they ate healthy and stuff. But
It's good. There's a documentary on Amazon at the moment called The Golden Era, and it's all about golds back in the day. It's really interesting, really good watch. But yeah, I kind of fancy out doing that and just see because I've done 2 photo shoots prior. I've done 3. I've done one when I did a show, so the training and the prep was totally different than that. Then I've done 2 kind of preps just for a photo shoot, and then I thought, well, maybe we'll do a 3rd shoot and go right back to old school bodybuilding methods. Like look at what they had. Like forget all the modern equipment that we've got here. Just let's look at what they used to use, what Arnold used to use, and Mike Metzer and people like that. What they were using, and go back to these old school and see what kind of physique you can build over a 12 or 16-week period using these old school.
I think we document it as well. We said
Yeah.
we're gonna just document it all, just not too much. I think it can get a bit monotonous, can't it? Because you're just eating the same thing every fucking day. But obviously, physically, you'll change. But
it'd be interesting to see how that would have an impact on your physique. So
when are you competing? When have you picked a show yet?
2026.
I haven't think that's GTA, dude.
That's 2025.
Right, okay. I haven't. He asked me a question. I'm trying to answer it.
Fucking hell,
Chihuahua. Shut
having a temper tantrum
Heel
already.
boy. So basically, what I'm doing is with the coach. I've already spoken. Basically, January I should be pretty much ready to go. I've already hit quite a few lists, as you see.
Yep.
And then I'm sort of in a place now where I'm just building more, not confidence, because fucking as everyone knows I've got that, but just the confidence in
Your body.
going through a competition and not expecting it to be fatigued or do you know what I mean? So I'm just going to run a few tests in the next few weeks. You know what I mean? It's not a car or anything, but I'm just trying to make sure that it's going to be up to
It's gonna hold up, yeah.
yeah. But like I say, mate, I'm just as strong now as I was sort of, pre-injury, I'd say. It's just the only thing is obviously with it being a 40% tear, there's still a little bit of an imbalance there. So that's something over. It's not going to take 6 months to fix that. It's going to take years and obviously muscle memory and all that sort of stuff for it to rejig. Do you know what I mean? So, but obviously, come January, I'm going to look at the spreadsheet, sort of where the comps are, what's what. Because the problem with the strongman world at the moment is it's sort of like the gym world where, you build the gym and everyone's like, where the fuck's this come from? And then it gets better and better and better. And that's sort of what's happening with comps at the moment. So like, for example, England's, there's like 3 different Englands now. So it's like, where the fuck do I go? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the main one to go for now is Giants Live. But 2 years ago, that didn't even exist.
Yeah.
Giants Live England's. But that's come on last year. So it's like, do I look at that? Do I look at that? Do I look at that? I was going to do Worlds at the end of the year, OSG. But obviously pre-injury. And then obviously that didn't happen. But that's in America. So it's like, there's all these options. It's just getting the actual legit dates through. And then getting into a sort of comp prep. And then going.
Fucking hell.
Do you know what I mean? But I think we need to stay ready all year round now, instead of sort of, right, there's the thing, I've got 16 weeks, I'm just going to go ham on that. Do you know what I mean? I need to, because the way that the strongman world is now at the moment, something could pop up and we've got 8 weeks. Well, I'm already ready. So let's.
Yeah, you might get a pull out or cancellation.
Exactly, yeah. So I just need to stay ready all year round now. And just make a sort of, there'll be times where I've got to make I'll have my year set out, but there'll be times where I'll go, that's not really prestigious. I'd rather get 5th there than say 5th there. Do you know what I mean? That sort of thing.
Of course.
Because obviously the sport's changing all the time. There's people that finish 3rd in a comp and they're getting invites to Britons because they've shown something. people look at them and go, oh, they're marketable, or they've got potential and we'll do it. And then they make it. So, do you know what I mean? We're looking at that next year anyway.
Be good.
I can just see it now. Ginger Cunt the merch.
Wow. The only Mr. Black and White that's a ginger cunt.
I could literally see it, like, the stadium's full of I love the Ginger Cunt t-shirts.
With the fucking sugar puff honey man underneath.
With a big ginger beards. That'd be so
Loads of
good.
people in the crowd wearing them, like they do at NBA when James Harden had his beard.
That'd be wicked.
Fear the beard.
I feel. I'm not gonna lie though. I feel a little bit vulnerable now.
Do you?
I felt vulnerable with that comment.
Which one?
Do you speak someone?
That one then. I do need to. Tate, I'm gonna ask you. Yeah. Sweet. Cool. Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm gonna do, sort of January. But obviously, a lot of that will start getting documented. Obviously, we'll have a chat and do you know what I mean. We'll see where that's going. But obviously, do you know what, mate? I'm more interested in your body composition of how it's going to change from fat fucker to in shape. Because at the moment, mate,
exactly.
you have quite literally got a splendid physique, but we all know you're out of shape
Splendid.
compared to what. I mean, do you know what I had in my head? Splendor. You know the
Okay, yeah.
sweetener, because obviously fat boy.
Such a prick, isn't he?
It's so ironic, isn't it? Because I know looking in there, I'm like,
Well, do you know what? I was thinking, well, if he fails at bodybuilding and he's still a bit tubby, then he could always go into strongman.
yeah.
Fail bodybuilders, isn't it?
Yeah.
Powerlifting
No.
or something.
No.
Strongman is literally full of bodybuilders that don't want to diet.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So they're not failed, they
Yeah.
just think, fuck that. And I'm not wearing them little tidy whities.
What's wrong with that?
That's why he does physique, because he can't wear tidy whities.
Yeah, because it's too big.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'll be good. I don't look too bad, you know.
He does.
You not?
He does look good.
Like for genuinely, I've been training recently. Obviously, I'm very
Only recently.
only recently.
only
Last
recently.
3-4 weeks, is it?
Oh, well
Yeah,
done.
about 4 weeks.
4 weeks
Consistent,
back in the gym.
Yeah.
Fucking prick.
Have you stuck to a diet?
Yeah. Greg's festive bake. Not really, but for somebody like genuinely has taken like 12 months out.
Yeah.
And not considered training, not been looking at what I'm eating, been eating either nothing or loads or everything. I look deflated. Don't get me wrong. Like I get pumps now, but they're not as full. They're just sort of like that. But I look like I look like I'm probably on gear, and I look like I've been training for a while. But like I've just not lost. Obviously, what me and Coach built last year has clearly, and over the last 3 years, has obviously been real. It's stayed, and obviously as soon as January comes and everything, and we start again, and things sort of.
I'm excited, mate.
The food goes in. I think once I'm on it, food's in, and obviously peds are in and everything. 6 weeks and I'm a different person, and it's like something just clicks in my head, and that'll be it. But we've spoken like I do want to compete, but I don't want it to rule my life. That's what we've said. So there's no pressure to compete. If I was going to compete, it's going to be like October, November anyway, regardless, or maybe like redemption, what we spoke about anyway. But I don't want it to interfere with my life. I want to try and find that balance because I've always struggled. It's either been 100% or nothing. So I've never really done like an off season where you're eating all the food and trying to build yourself back up. I've always just finished, become a fucking slob, and then it's like, right,
Told you.
competition time again, back on it.
Yeah,
And it's like robot mode. So I want to try and find that balance where I can live a happy life. Because I've still got
I'm
like
happy for you.
loads of shit I want to do next year with my hobby and stuff.
Can't wait to see it.
Be good.
Can't wait to experience it with you.
Be good. Be great.
Yeah. So, yeah. I think that's pretty much the plans for next year, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. So we'll wrap up today's episode. So thanks very much, guys, for all your input over the last few months.
Been good.
Thanks very much, everyone, for watching and the comments that we get. And it's
Keep
really,
commenting as
keep
well.
commenting, keep liking, keep subscribing. It's really nice that you, like say, when we had the thing with the tactical backpacks, you see the kind of input we get. It's fun. You know, we're not trying to upset people and, you know, irritate people or annoy people. We're just putting stuff out there that we find funny or annoying or whatever. So yeah, keep following, keep liking. keep sharing the reels. If there's anything you think that we should be looking at, anything you'd like us to do,
Any gyms you want us to go to
yeah,
as well.
tell us. Any gym
Any of
owners.
us.
I know loads of gym owners out there. If you want us to come,
Well, I definitely think you need to try the other 5 gyms on that top 6.
yeah.
Definitely, people are voting. for
Ultraflex Water Room gym I want to go to.
100%. Even I want to go there. Do you know what I mean?
Ray from Fitness Factory, I've known him for a long time.
Yeah.
Great old school bodybuilding gym. Never been to Apollo in Coventry, but it's on my radar now. Destination just up the road. I've never been. I know it's a lovely looking gym. You know, just up the other end of the road. Who else was on the list? There was another one. EP Jungle. They've moved.
Oh, yeah.
See them on social media. They're doing great things in and around Manchester, Stockport area. You know,
Say
so many.
was it Apollo or something?
That's it. Apollo Coventry. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to get out to them. Like I want to go Ultraflex Water Room.
I do want to do that.
And I really want to go to like EP Jungle. I just like what they're about. I really do like what they're about. They're very similar sort of in like style to this kind of place. So yeah, that's my kind of this old school bodybuilding gym with a modern flair to it. That's my kind of thing. So yeah, looking forward to it. Should be good.
Looking forward to it.
Be good year.
Big 2024.
2024.
Fuck 2023.
So yeah, thanks very much for watching, guys. Following. So what does everyone need to do, Josh?
Like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.